I woke up that morning feeling light for the first time in months. Pregnancy had not been easy for me, but that day, joy floated around me like warm air. My baby shower. My celebration. My reminder that after so much pain, God had finally blessed me with a child I thought I would never hold after many years of being called barren. I sat on the edge of the bed, rubbing my belly gently, whispering a small prayer of gratitude. My husband, Ben, had left early. He said he needed to check something at the hall, but I suspected he simply wanted everything to be perfect. That was the kind of man he had always been to me, attentive, caring, eager to make me smile. At least, that was what I believed then. My best friend arrived to help me dress. She kept teasing me about how I was glowing, how my cheeks looked fuller, how my lips refused to stop smiling. I felt beautiful. I felt wanted. I felt chosen. As she helped me slip into my dress, I kept imagining the moment I would walk into the hall and see everyone gathered for us. For our baby. I imagined Ben's eyes lighting up when he saw me. He had been distant these past few months, quieter, easily irritated. But I kept telling myself it was stress. Men panic when babies come, don't they? I held on to that belief like it was oxygen. Around noon, we headed to the decorated hall. The moment I stepped in, tears filled my eyes. Pink and white balloons hung everywhere. The tables glowed with soft cloths and flowers. Everyone cheered when they saw me, some clapping, others rushing to hug me, their faces warm with love. But I searched for my husband immediately. He wasn't there. My smile faltered for a moment, but I forced it back. He would come. Maybe he was stuck somewhere, doing one last errand. People say pregnancy makes you paranoid, so I chose to silence the sudden heaviness in my chest. When he finally walked in, a small breath escaped my lips. He smiled at me, but it was not the full smile I was used to. It was tight and tired, like someone carrying a secret they were afraid you could see through. I brushed it aside. I told myself love could survive small cracks. We took pictures, greeted guests, laughed politely at jokes, and tried to settle into the happiness of the day. Then the hall door opened. And my world shifted. A woman walked in, dressed in a red gown that screamed for attention. Her steps were slow, confident. Her eyes moved across the hall, not searching, but calculating. I did not know who she was, but something about her presence pricked my skin like tiny needles. The music faded. Conversations stopped one by one. Even without turning, I felt my husband go still. The woman's gaze locked on him. She smiled, not warmly, not politely, but with the kind of smile women give when they know the power they hold over a man. Ben, she said softly. My heart sank. He stiffened beside me. I blinked rapidly. Who is she? He didn't answer. The woman looked at me with slow, cold amusement. So this is the wife. Wife. The way she said it carried venom, like being my husband's wife was an insult to her. My fingers trembled slightly as I held my belly. I'm sorry, do we know you? Are you here for the shower? Oh, I know him, she said, nodding toward Ben. Very well. A small part of me wanted to sit down. My legs felt weak. Ben, I whispered, talk to me. He finally opened his mouth, but before he could speak, she stepped closer. I am Steph, she announced. You know, the woman your husband has been sleeping with. The hall exploded with gasps and whispers. Shock rippled everywhere like electricity. My mouth fell open, but no sound came out. I felt hot tears sting my eyes as I stared at the man I married, the man I trusted. My husband closed his eyes painfully. Chi, please, let me explain. My voice broke. Is it true? He didn't answer immediately. That hesitation felt like someone tearing something out of my chest. The other woman smirked. Not only true, she added, But he promised me you were temporary. He told me things about you. He said he wanted a future with me. The word blurred. I wanted to scream. I wanted to collapse. But I stood there frozen, swallowing pain like poison. Guests tried to pull me into a chair, but I pushed their hands away. I needed to stand. I needed to breathe through whatever nightmare this was. I turned to Ben again, begging him silently to deny it. But he just stood there, trembling. Then I saw it, her hand sliding into her handbag. A different kind of fear sliced through me. What is she holding? I asked, barely able to speak. His eyes widened. Steph, stop. Don't do this. Guests backed away, their faces twisting from shock to fear. Some climbed behind tables, others moved toward the exit. Steph pulled out a wrapped box and dropped it on the table. A little gift, she said mockingly. For your baby. I felt myself shaking. Ben stepped forward, voice trembling. Steph, please leave. She stared at him with cold hatred. You broke me. And you will not celebrate after ruining me. Ben moved closer, grabbing her wrist suddenly. Give me that bag. But she only smiled. And when she smiled, every bone in my body turned cold. Because she reached into the bag again. And this time, she pulled out a small plastic bottle filled with something dark. Someone screamed behind me. Ben shouted. Steph, no. Steph jerked, and before I could blink, the bottle slipped from her hand, flying through the air. Twisting. Spinning. Coming straight toward me.